What's up everyone, Doyler here, and I just wanted to release a quick news and updates video to show you guys what's coming in next week's events as well as a few upcoming changes to the game. So, first of all, we've got our new Abyss Priest Ignis. We don't know much about her yet other than some keywords that DH Games released that include Dragon Blood and Eternity of Dragon Souls. I'm hoping that Ignis is not really a PvE focused hero as we already have way too many powerful heroes and not enough PvE content. That said, Abyss could definitely use a healing priest. She really does look like an E5 Norma for those of you that have been commenting that. I definitely agree, as well as a little bit of Cthulhu in her. So maybe she'll have a smart heal, which would be awesome, or maybe even some CC removal will be really interesting since a lot of factions are definitely lacking that and CC is starting to become prevalent again. She will be in the Heroic Summon event. Standard rewards, 500 is a full loop. Every 400 you will get another copy of her, as well as your standard Heroic Summon event rewards. Next up, we've got an Altar Exchange event. This week, we're going to be getting Tara and Penny. Kind of interesting, but nothing that I'm too excited about personally. Penny will be nice for those of you hoping to get your first E5 or finish up that Fortress Seal Land. Tara's sort of fallen out of the meta, but it may be a chance to fill out a double Tara lineup for your Guild Wars or Trial of the Champions. What's really interesting to me is Tara and Penny were actually in the altar together during the Sherlock summoning event, so I wonder if we are starting to enter a loop where the same heroes are in the altar at the same time. Definitely something to keep an eye on, and let me know if you guys know of any cycles like this repeating in the past. Next up, the Palace of Eternity is back. You can swap any of the last 5 Palace heroes for those copies of Ignis, and they will be replaced on a 1-to-1 basis, so if you replace an E5 Drake, you will get an E5 Ignis. That said, unless you have 2 copies of Ithaqua and you really don't want a second, I don't see this being worth it. I mean, Sherlock Drake, Russel, Rogan, these are all way too valuable heroes unless Ignis is wildly overpowered and you have wailed out. The Palace of Crystals event is also back, so every 400 Heroic Scrolls will get you 5 Eternity Crystals, or an additional 15 crystals if you've bought that key that comes with the $99.99 value pack. We also have an event that is returned that I cannot remember how it worked in the past, but you are going to receive rewards for starring up your Ignis copies. So if I remember correctly, last time there were rewards for getting them to 5-star, 6-star, 10-star, E1, E3, and E5 if I'm not mistaken, and please correct me in the comments if you remember how this worked exactly. But this also worked if you replaced the heroes, so you did not have to naturally level them up this way. So if you are going to make that Ignis copy, try and make her during this event to get those free rewards. Finally, the last event will be week 2 of the Blacksmith event. Be sure to get at least that 6-star gear for you early game players, if not some class gear to really fill out your Guild Wars teams or really main PvP team at this point. So that is it for next week's events. Now let's jump into some functional updates. First of all, the iOS app client is going to be updated, so you are going to have to go into the App Store and download it manually. That said, you are going to need to remember your username and password as it is going to prompt you for them once you open up the app again. So make sure, for those of you on iOS, that you know your username and password or you are going to be locked out of your game, at least until you can contact support. Next up, the Novice Training Camp will be available soon. We still don't know what soon means. This is what they said last week, but I'm really excited about this feature. And let's jump to a quick video recording from TapTap from Kareem to check it out. So as you can see, the bootcamp function will add this new growth race. So it's not a growth pack like some people were worried about. It is going to be a growth race in the bootcamp, and there's going to be rewards for completing tavern quests, altering heroes, powering up your arena team, buying items from the marketplace, as well as lighting up hero frames. Note that this is going to start over on your tavern quests, your altered heroes, and your marketplace items. So you are going to have to complete 150 new quests, alter 30 new heroes, and buy 30 new items to collect all of the rewards from this event. I've also included the original spoiler pictures for you guys to take a look at the rewards you will be receiving. And as a free-to-play player, these rewards are incredible. If you can reach 1.3 million arena power, you're going to get 50 5-star hero shards times 30. If you can complete 150 tavern quests total, you're going to get 500 gems times 30, which is 15,000 gems for free. For lighting up those hero frames, you are going to get a ton of promotion stones. I forget the total, but I mean, you get 5,000 for your 30 or your 90th frame, 5,000 for your 88th, and so on. As far as your altered heroes, you are going to get a lot of spirit that is going to help, especially for you whales who are lacking in spirit. And finally, the marketplace items, you are going to get gold for buying 5 million gold per item. This is going to be huge, especially for free-to-play players, but really for whales who are lacking in promo stone, spirit, and dust. Next up, the Hand of Midas rework will be going live. So the refresh will reset every day, and now we can get 3 free claims per day, which is nice to complete your daily quests if you didn't want to spend gems or wait that 8 hours. That said, the 20 gem option has been removed, but the 50 gem option is still available. This has a limit of 12 per day, but the gem price is going to increase every time you purchase it, as well as the gold received. We're going to have to see how big these jumps go up, but this is going to be a much easier way for you spenders to buy gold instead of having to rely on making a ton of casino spins outside of the event. Finally, and this is the news that I'm most excited about, we've got some new heroes in our relic shops as well as our hero shards. You guessed it, Russel is one of the first heroes in these shops and shards. This is pretty surprising as Russel was a pay-to-win hero effectively. Normally they tend to delay this hero a little bit longer, but if you are missing a few Russel copies for that first or second E5, or like me, you just want to start working on one, you finally can. Also, the one here that I'm more excited about, my boy Drake is going to be in this shop and shards. If you've watched any of my Flame Shrine videos, you know that my Drake is sitting at E3, and I really want to E5 him for PvP, for Aspen Dungeon, and to get a little more damage out of him, and survivability for those Flame Shrine and Broken Spaces videos. So, I will be buying 14 epic dark shards from my CLN that I've been hoarding forever, and probably roll all 14 of those live on stream, hoping to get, ideally 2 copies of Drake and 12 of Carry. That's not how odds or RNG works, but we'll see how it goes. That's about it for the news and events. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like the content, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with more actual Idle Hero content.